Hello, Laura here with my little 24 peg loom and a tiny ball of yarn and my hook. And that is what we need for today's lesson in casting on. I've seen casting on done with a few variations, and true to the way I feel about just about everything, I don't think it matters. I don't think anything matters. So I'm going to show you what I've seen along the way, and you can decide what you're most comfortable with. Everything always begins with a slip knot. And a slip knot, here, okay, I've wrapped it around my finger. And then I'm pushing a little loop through. Like tying your shoe, but only one half of the bow. And see, that can get bigger and littler. I suppose that's why they call it a slip knot. Now, where the controversy begins. I've seen some people stick their slip knot on this little outie belly button that our loom has. Okay? And I've seen some people, see, I pulled the slip knot, stupid. Some people slip it up on top of the loom, right where they're going to begin working. I will show you how to do it both ways. Okay, if you're down here, you would begin casting on. Here, you tighten it up so it doesn't wiggle. And then you come up into the loom. Here, this little string is just going to hang. We'll deal with him later. And you wrap right around. Now, I'm going to try to use both hands so that my hands don't block what I'm doing. See that? We're just making a loop around. We're going counterclockwise from back around the front to the back again. Back, around the front, and back again. Back, around the front, to the back again, over to the next guy. Lovely. All right. And we do that all the way around. This is why I've chosen my tiny 24 peg loom, because I don't want you to bore yourself to death. I don't want you to feel like your first project should be a weapon for your own destruction, because you can't go on after watching me loom up, I don't know, 100 pegs. There we go. We go around. Boom-de-boom. Now, these all came up pretty high. I'll push them down. Great. Okay, are you pushing down? Get them all down. And then because this is a round loom, we're going to go right onto the next peg, which we've already got one on down at the bottom. We're going to loop around again. Now's a good time to tell you, if you were knitting on a flat loom, or if you wanted to use this to make a flat panel, you would just go back the other direction, because you don't want it to connect. You don't want these two pieces to connect if you wanted a flat piece. But if you want a round piece, say a sock, a mitten, a hat, whatever, a leg warmer, you're going to keep making those counterclockwise back to front circles, going around the entire loom. Woo! Oh yeah, how about I keep the loom where you can see it? Okay. I'm sitting on my ball of yarn, which is making it hard to get it to come out. But there we go. We're just wrapping around, wrapping around, wrapping around. Now, I've got everybody twice. What I like to do, this is what I actually like to use the belly button for, is I wrap my yarn just around there for a moment to hold it in place. Now, I take my hook and I grab right into, focus, this lower circle, and I pull it up over the peg. So now there's only that one top. And I do that for every single peg. Okay. Now this is the very first way I was taught to cast on by my darling Elisa. And it has served me well. See, look. I'm not going to go and say, look, it's easy, because, you know, that's so horrid when you're starting something new. Sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes it's confusing. And so it's easy to me now, you know, 7 years after the fact, and it will be easy to you too. You see what it looks like on the inside. Okay, we're on. We are cast on. Then some people leave this first thread on the belly button and they leave it there until the end of the project. And they will weave it in with their yarn needle later. Other people will, and this is how I was taught to do it first, other people will pick up that thread for their next row and incorporate it in, and that's how it will get woven in to the piece, keeping your piece together. I have never had a loom piece fall apart that we've used, so that's something. Now, let me show you the other way that I've seen people cast on. Just going to get off of this. We'll take our slightly larger loom. I think there's 31 pegs on this one. That's the loom that we're going to use when we make our little baby hat. Okay, now here I'll show you. Do I want to do that? Yeah, I don't care. That's fine. Okay, so we have that secured right on there. And we are going to start by wrapping our first peg. Now, look at this. That's right. I have seen people do it where they wrap it, each peg, twice, and cast on that way. 1 time around, 2 times around, and cast on like that. It's fine if you're into it. Right? That works. We're on, we're started, and it doesn't come off. Now let's see. Does it look different? You bet your bippy it does. So that's what that casting on looks like. And here's what this one looks like. See, we've got more yarn here. It almost looks more like 2 rows. And this is just making 1. Honestly, in a finished piece, I've never noticed a difference. I'm not sure that I've ever even cast on like this. For anything I've made, I usually do it like this. One thing that I do a little differently, we're going to show you over here, from time to time, And I've never seen anyone say you can't just cast on like this and then go on with whatever stitches you want to do after this. But I know if you just keep going around and around and around in those loops, which are called an E-wrap, your piece will curl up at the bottom, which is actually kind of cute sometimes. However, if you want a piece that does not curl up, I'm just going to cast on a few. You can alternate stitches. Now, you can cast on like this and then alternate stitches after you're cast on and you'll be fine. But you can also, here, I'm just going to go back. So we're going to pretend this is a flat piece. You can also use the 2 stitches, which we're going to go into in more detail. There's actually 3 that I know of. Straight from the beginning, straight with your casting on, and that works too. So that is everything that I know about casting onto a loom. If you're just beginning, that's everything you're going to need to know for quite a while. If I ever discover anything else, I'll tell you. But like I said, this is all I know, and I have made tons of wonderful things that have never fallen apart. So you can cast on. Oh my gosh, the troops are coming. They're breaking in the room. What's up, Baz?
I'd like some water.
Oh, I've got to go get some water. So you practice casting on, and then we will meet up again and learn about the different stitches that I know. And we will see you soon. You take care of yourselves out there. Bye.